Welcome to the News USA YouTube channel. At least 30% of the world's tree species face extinction in the wild, according to a new assessment. They range from well-known oaks and magnolias to tropical timber trees. Experts say 17,500 tree species are at risk, twice the number of threatened mammals, birds, amphibians, and reptiles combined. Conservation groups are calling for urgent protection efforts amid threats such as deforestation, logging, and climate change. We have nearly 60,000 tree species on the planet, and for the first time, we now know which of these species are in need of conservation action, what are the greatest threats to them, and where they are, said Dr. Malin Rivers of the charity Botanic Gardens Conservation International in Kew, London. Half of Amazon trees face extinction. Madagascar palms are dying out. Ash trees set for extinction in Europe. For a healthy world, we need tree species diversity, added Sarah Oldfield, co-chair of the Global Tree Specialist Group of the International Union for the Conservation of Nature. Each tree species has a unique ecological role to play, she said. With 30% of the world's tree species threatened with extinction, we need to urgently scale up conservation action. The report, State of the World's Trees, found that at least 30% of the 60,000 known tree species face extinction. Some 142 species have already vanished from the wild, while 442 are on the very edge of extinction, with fewer than 50 individual trees remaining. The biggest threats to trees globally are forest clearance for crops impacting 29% of species, logging 27%, clearance for livestock grazing or farming 14%, clearance for development 13%, and fire 13%. Climate change, extreme weather, and sea level rise are growing threats to trees. But the authors say with conservation action, there is hope for the future. The report gives us that roadmap to mobilize the wider conservation community and other key players to ensure that tree conservation is at the forefront of the conservation agenda, said Dr. Rivers. Story continues. The experts are calling for a number of actions, including preserving existing forests and expanding protected areas. Currently, at least 64% of all tree species can be found in at least one protected area, keeping threatened species in botanic gardens or seed banks in the hope they can one day be returned to the wild. Currently, about 30% of all trees are backed up in this way, providing education to ensure reforestation and tree planting schemes are carried out scientifically, with scientists estimate that 1 million animals and plant species are threatened with extinction. Over the past 300 years, global forest area has decreased by about 40%, and 29 countries have lost more than 90% of their forest cover. Research shows that 7 main commodities drive more than half of deforestation worldwide. Trees at particular risk of extinction include large tropical trees known as dipterocarps that are being lost due to the expansion of palm oil plantations, oak trees lost to farming and development in parts of Mexico, Chile, and Argentina, ebony and rosewood trees being felled for timber in Madagascar, magnolia trees at threat from unsustainable plant collecting trees such as ash that are dying from pests and diseases in the UK and North America. Follow Helen on Twitter. Subscribe to the channel, like and share this video.